Well, I'm the youth pastor at Grand Ledge Liberty Church. I have a beautiful wife, 3 wonderful kids who I love dearly. I have a great job. I really can't complain. I've been in the military. I was deployed overseas. I got to see a lot of parts of the world. When I was growing up, I was raised in 2 churches. One was an Apostolic church, then there was another church. And growing up, I kind of felt like I was caught like in a tug of war. Oh, come with me, oh, come with me. And, I was watching and observing, my parents, because my dad went to one church and then my mother went to the Apostolic church. And I would notice differences between the two. I noticed at the Apostolic church there was a real connection with God that I didn't necessarily feel at the other church that I went to. And I'm so thankful for that. And all of this really points back to when my mother received the Holy Ghost. That is what changed her life, and that's what ultimately changed my life and my sister's life. See, if you were to look at my mother today, you wouldn't know, but her childhood was horrific. She had 2 sisters and a brother, and her parents, keep in mind, the very people that said I love you, they beat them. They beat her. She would tell me stories about how she would be whipped and beat so hard that she couldn't stand, that she would stand in the corner for up to 8 hours at a time. She'd go to school with bruises and having people ask her, what's that bruise from? And so she'd have to make up a story because she was afraid. I remember she'd say that she'd have to fight with her sister, fight with her brother for dinner. And her parents wanted to see blood. And I didn't see any of that. I didn't see what she saw. It's God not only breaks our everyday chains, it chains the burdens that hold us down right now. But what we don't realize is that God breaks the generational chains. And that's exactly what He did in my mother's life. He stepped in and He said, no, not like this. I've got a new path for you. And from that time, my mother was a good mother to me, a good mother to my sisters. She not only said, I love you with her words, but she said, I love you with her actions. And I thank God for that every single day. I would not be where I am if it wasn't for God. I'm Rob Fisher, and that's why I'm apostolic.